Tonight on the Northwestern News Report, after a tree falls on campus injuring 4 people, how NU and Evanston monitor for warning signs.
And Bookends and Beginnings starts their next chapter in their new location. We recap their journey and how community support is already writing a happy ending.
And finally, how does the NU golf team keep their skills up during the winter? We take you inside the state-of-the-art facility, keeping the Cats swinging their best. Those stories and more tonight on the Northwestern News Report.
It's your news
right now.
Good evening and welcome to the Northwestern News Report. I'm Braden Spate.
And I'm Gabrielle Coriati. We begin tonight as NU mourns the passing of Rebecca Blank, former president-elect of Northwestern. Blank passed away last Friday at the age of 67. She stepped down from her role as president-elect due to a cancer diagnosis in last July. Leaving her position as Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, she was selected to succeed Northwestern University President Morton Shapiro in October of 2021. Among Blank's long and accomplished career, she served as a professor of economics at Northwestern from 1989 to 1999. Therese McGuire, a longtime friend of Blank, says beyond the personal loss, Blank's passing is a loss for all at Northwestern.
She would have put her print on Northwestern that would have made all of us, would have made all of our lives better, would have made Northwestern better, and would have made a mark in the world, actually.
Our thoughts are with Rebecca Blank's family and loved ones.
Last Thursday afternoon, high winds downed a tree near Lunt Hall, injuring 4 staff members. Some areas along the Sheridan Road sidewalk still remain closed. NNN's Maria Heim sat down with an expert to break down what contributes to a tree's health.
Northwestern removing trees in poor condition across campus after a tree falling in front of the math department's building injured 4 people last Thursday. By Sunday, nearly all trees were removed near Lunt Hall. In a statement to NNN, University spokesperson John Yates saying, "Professional arborists inspect campus trees on a recurring schedule, and university landscaping staff monitor trees and consult arborists on any, quote, atypical conditions." Yates also says the overall health of campus trees is above average. Northwestern plants around 50 trees a year to replace those damaged by storms or other natural causes. But how do incidents like this occur? City of Evanston arborist Kevin Ward has studied trees for over 35 years and serves as Evanston's arborist and forestry supervisor. He points to the severe weather as one culprit.
Generally, they build up defenses to the wind. Of course, when the winds exceed a certain amount, then they're not able to protect themselves.
Inspection overall, how does inspection work? What goes into it?
Sometimes we might have to go up in our bucket trucks and check the upper crown of the tree if there's defects above and we can't really see it from the ground. Occasionally we do drill into the tree and we use a resistograph, which measures the amount of decay.
While Ward says the only way to prevent trees from falling is to inspect them regularly, he says there are some signs to spot a tree in poor health.
I suppose if you notice any broken branches that you wouldn't want to walk under them, or if you heard a tree cracking, you wouldn't want to walk under it.
While accidents are rare, the best way to keep yourself safe is to
paying attention to your surroundings.
Keeping both trees and people healthy. Maria Heim, Northwestern News Network.
Northwestern continues to work with professional arborists to perform visual inspections of campus trees and follow their recommendations.
Turning now to a story that extends beyond Northwestern's campus, Northwestern for Ukraine hosting a vigil on Thursday at Alice Millar Chapel to mark 1 year since the start of the war in Ukraine. The group began raising funds the day after the Russian invasion began and continues to host events and fundraisers.
Yeah, we've raised over $20,000 for Ukrainian humanitarian organizations.
To learn more about NU for Ukraine events, visit their Instagram at NU_Ukraine.
Northwestern introducing new security protocols to campus buildings following multiple instances of vandalism and an individual unaffiliated with Northwestern entering a private meeting in Kresge to make threats. Only main doors to South Campus buildings will be unlocked from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., wildcard access is needed to enter buildings from all doors. The new precautions announced to Medill students over email. But in an email obtained by NNN, Medill saying to faculty and staff the vandalism in Fisk Hall was to posters featuring only Black inductees to the Hall of Achievement. Medill did not provide a comment regarding the discrepancies in communication between students and staff.
Ash Wednesday tomorrow begins Lent, and Northwestern's Shield Catholic Center is hosting services throughout the day. On Evanston's campus, there will be an 8 a.m. prayer service with Mass at noon, 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. Ash and Dash will be held from 1 to 4 p.m. on the front lawn. There will also be a Mass in Chicago's Strawn Hall at 12:10 p.m.
Today is Mardi Gras. It's a holiday celebrated in many countries around the world on the day before Ash Wednesday. In French, Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday, reflecting the practice of eating fatty foods before Lent begins. Northwestern's Department of Slavic Languages and Literature celebrating today with a punchki party open to all NU students. The filled donuts found in Polish cuisine were sold by the Polish American Student Alliance last Thursday and today. The holiday is also known for parades, bright colorful costumes, and group celebrations.
And turning to another celebration, the Associated Press ranking Northwestern men's basketball at number 21 in the top 25 ranking this week. It marks NU's first ranking since 2021. The announcement after a historic upset against then number 1 Purdue Boilermakers and victories against Indiana and Iowa. The Cats next face the Illinois Fighting Illini on the road this Thursday. So, Brayden, I know basketball tickets have been really hard to get. I haven't gotten a chance to go yet. What about you?
Yeah, I got tickets last week, but I just couldn't make it, so I'm really sad about that.
Yeah, I really want to make sure I hit one of their home games before their last home game next week or the week after that. Coming up after the break, turning a page, Bookends and Beginnings hosts an event to celebrate reopening doors and books at a new location.
And Love at First Sip, we take you inside a new boba shop bubbling up in Evanston. Stick around, we'll be right back.
My narrative, since I've been locked up and kind of made my transition, has been like redemption, accountability.
When I come into the classroom environment, every individual that sits amongst me takes education seriously.
Bookends and Beginnings closed its alleyway location last month after a new landlord more than doubled their rent. I took a look at the start of their newest chapter. Bookends and Beginnings hosting their grand reopening on Saturday.
I could not have hoped for a better outcome.
Now out of the alley, invisible from the street, the new store features a mural painted by store owner Nina Barrett's 2 sons, large windows, and 2 stories.
We're much better off being out of that space, because of all the different things that this space has to offer that one never did.
Barrett raising over $100,000 in a relocation GoFundMe following a 125% rent increase.
That is real grassroots love.
The city denying Bookends and Beginnings funding from the American Rescue Plan Act, but allocating about $83,000 to the move.
I'm always going to miss the old space because I loved it there, but this is a transformation that's going to be great for the store, great for its customer base, and great for the whole downtown.
And while it's a whole new chapter, it's the same Bookends and Beginnings story.
It's not just a bookstore, it's a place that really is furthering literacy and literature in our community.
The community's love for Barrett's store moving with all of her books.
Almost feels like we've landed on a different planet and all the same people, we're on the spaceship with us.
And for the store's new landlord,
we hope that they'll be here for a long, long time.
While the future plot is still unclear,
it's not like the road ahead is suddenly not bumpy. It's just that we are in a better car now.
There are many more pages to come.
So, Gabrielle, what are some of the other new amenities in the store?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for Bookends is that they're now visible from the street, but within the store itself, the store now has multiple bathrooms where the old store didn't have any. And Barrett is hoping to get her liquor license to be able to, you can get a drink while you browse for your books after work.
Evanston residents are raising opposition to the proposed renovation of Ryan Field. Speaking up with over 1,000 signing a petition created on change.org to not approve loosened zoning restrictions for the stadium remodel. The city of Evanston must approve NU's plan for new zoning uses before Northwestern can begin. Northwestern University received a $480 million donation to rebuild the stadium last September. Those who oppose the new stadium cite concerns ranging from potential tax and cost of living increases for nearby residents. Despite this, many Evanstonians still support the stadium redesign, thanks to community benefits for nearby small businesses.
A new boba shop joins the approximately 6 already near Northwestern. NNN's Isabella Lisco asks what makes TBar different.
The new TBar Boba shop in Evanston, already standing out at its grand opening last Tuesday, giving away free drinks to its first 100 customers.
And we installed the speakers, everything you see. The place did not look anything like this before.
But what makes this place different from the other 6 boba shops within walking distance of Northwestern's campus?
We know that, but we're trying to be different.
For one, cousins and co-owners Adam Al-Nouri and Mahmoud Kishit are among the youngest entrepreneurs in Evanston at 19 and 21 years old.
I think what makes this place unique is the fact that it's run by 2 young, motivated men who just immigrated to the U.S. a few years ago.
They came to the United States after fleeing Syria when civil war broke out in 2011.
We thought we could bring something from our culture and mix it with the boba. We don't have it in Evanston, not even in Chicago, rarely.
This backstory inspiring a surprising menu item.
Turkish coffee, which is not something you typically see in a boba place. It was really delicious. It has this bold and strong flavor.
The space was previously an abandoned retail shop, and the old owner offered it to Muslim students during the pandemic.
We were able to use this space for the Friday prayer.
Now it's TBar, standing out by bringing cultures together.
And Isabella Lisco joins us now. Isabella, Turkish coffee and boba are certainly a unique combination. Can you tell us more about what makes this shop different?
Well, for one, TBar Boba offers a lot more than Turkish coffee and, of course, boba. They have crepes, waffles, and even bingsu shaved ice. Really, any dessert you can imagine.
Thanks, Isabella. TBar is open Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to midnight.
And speaking of good eats, there's still time to take advantage of North Shore Restaurant Month, which happens every February. Participating restaurants are hosting deals for the whole month, from free snacks to discounts. These are featured on Chicago's North Shore website. Some Evanston favorites participating include Bat 17, Blind Faith Cafe, Capital Coffee, Edso's Burger Shop, Koi, and more. To get these perks, show or mention the offer on your mobile device or a code depending on the deal.
Coming up, warming campus into sustainable practices, how one organization composts to reduce waste at NU.
And as the weather quickly drops, I tell you why you need to pick up a coat after the break in this week's weather update.
My narrative, since I've been locked up and kind of made my transition, has been like redemption, accountability.
When I come into the classroom environment, every individual that sits amongst me takes education seriously.
For one group of students looking to make Northwestern more sustainable, their focus is decreasing food waste. NNN's Kunjal Bastola tells us about the Cats Who Compost.
Providing composting sites for students to throw their organic and food waste allows Cats Who Compost to increase campus sustainability.
Composting is basically the combination of organic and food waste.
In a compost bin, food scraps or dead plants combine with paper products to oxidize and turn into nutrient-rich soil. Cats Who Compost has 3 composting sites all around campus, available for all students to use.
One behind the Shield Catholic Center, one in or by Hillel, and that's also, you can pick up free compostable bags in Hillel. And there's one out behind the University Christian Ministry.
They're hoping to bring more compost bins to NU, raising over $2,500 since launching the Composting Expansion Project crowdfunding campaign last fall.
We started with 0, so we're already have a good trajectory.
Collaborating with Wild Roots and Campus Kitchens, Cats Who Compost is hosting a Snow Sustainability Ball next Thursday. The goal is to introduce ways to host eco-friendly, minimal-waste social events.
We're asking our attendees to engage in a lot of eco-friendly practices like re-wearing clothing or buying secondhand.
Cats Who Compost is looking to bring awareness to simple ways community members can join sustainability efforts on and around campus.
The hard part is just knowing where to drop it off, what's exactly compostable. And
decreasing waste to do their part in increasing sustainability. Kunjal Bastola, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Kunjal. Be sure to keep an eye out for more composting bins around Northwestern in the coming years.
And turning now to ASG, the Associated Student Government accepting applications for student groups to represent their interests. All registered student organizations can apply, and the representatives would serve in the spring quarter. Applications are due March 1st, and the final decisions will be made before March 12th.
A bit of sad news tonight. Vietnam Nam, the popular Vietnamese restaurant, announced it will be permanently closing its locations in downtown Evanston and in Norris this Friday, February 24th. In a Facebook post, restaurant owners Alan Moy said he was beyond grateful to have gotten the opportunity to serve more than 500,000 meals and employ more than 100 individuals, writing, quote, "These final days are going to be a celebration on so many levels."
We'd love to see everybody rally around us for at least one more meal, one more bowl, one more sandwich. At the end of the day, we would love to see everybody one more time.
Moy says that poor sales during and after the pandemic led to his decision to close up shop.
And while Vietnam Nam's presence in Norris may be ending, Northwestern's Esports is looking to expand their resources beyond Norris's game room. The group hosts a variety of gaming events, including a weekly Super Smash Bros. Tournament. NNN's Micah Sandy takes a look at their petition to help make gaming more accessible.
Northwestern's Esports Club hosted Intercollegiate Chicago Smash, or ICCS, at Norris last Saturday.
Our Super Smash Bros. Players, they meet every Tuesday. We have a weekly tournament.
This event in particular is the largest of the year.
And thus I needed more setups for the tournament to run well.
ICCS requiring a fee, a mask, and for those that could bring one, a console.
Through a lot of grassroots efforts, such as talking with community members, asking them to bring their stuff.
To make club activities more accessible, Esports is organizing a petition to bring a PC gaming lounge to Northwestern.
Just have an open space for people to come and play, especially those that can't afford their own PCs or things like that. Just really provides a lot more opportunities for people, and just provides an experience of a community.
Establishing a game room would help make game tournaments easier.
We wouldn't have to rely on people who attend to bring all their own equipment, especially things like monitors that are pretty sparse for us here.
Rojas says current NU students aren't the only signers of the petition.
We have over 100-something signatures from not just people here at Northwestern, but also alumni that graduated. We also have signatures from local Evanston residents.
The club, emphasizing the importance of signatures and exposure.
Definitely just need to get more people talking about it.
Bringing a digital hobby into the real-world community. Micah Sandy, Northwestern News Network.
Thanks, Micah. The club hopes to use the petition to show interest in a game lounge before bringing their proposal to the university. Now, getting together inside for games might be a good idea. Let's get over to Kunjal Bastola to hear about this week's weather forecast. Kunjal?
Thanks, Gabby. 40 degrees in February. It's basically summer here in Evanston. We continue this week in the high 30s and low 40s, with temperatures rising to as high as 46 degrees on Thursday. You can expect rain on Wednesday, as there is a 100% chance of precipitation, and wind speeds are expected to be at about 20 miles per hour. Scattered showers will continue into Thursday, as there is a 25% chance of precipitation expected to be over by Friday. The coldest day of the week is yet again Friday. It'll be mostly cloudy, with temperatures hitting as low as 23 degrees and wind speeds at around 11 miles per hour. Like you've probably heard many times before, bundle up for this one. This weekend looks to be sunny and bright, however, as temperatures are expected to rise into the high 30s and possibly even into the 40s, which means you can grab that picnic blanket, pair it with a cherry Coke, and head on out to the Lakeville. You'll know you want to. Enjoy the warm weather in Northwestern, and good luck with the rest of winter quarter. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kunjal. We turn now to this week's Under the Microscope, a look at the latest Northwestern science news. First, what you're looking at here is a new way of structuring nanoparticles, or microscopic particles, that enable ultra-long distance interactions. Usually, atoms must be equally spaced and close enough together to enable interactions. But after stacking one lattice of particles on top of another, chemists at NU observed never-before-seen long-range communications between the particles. This discovery could potentially apply to improvements in remote sensing and detection. And an uncommon partnership between the synthetic biology and anthropology fields is creating a more accessible way of testing water toxicity. A new biosensor device has been tested far beyond the confines of a university lab in rural Kenya. This field test showed that water can be tested for fluoride accurately and easily. This new device could reduce the high cost and complexity of water testing, a major step in addressing global water insecurity. And finally, Northwestern astrophysics professor Wenfei Fong made Astronomy Magazine's list of rising stars in astronomy. This is an honor recognizing 25 early career astronomers for their contributions to the field. Professor Fong's research focuses on the causes of the universe's fastest explosions. Professor Fong tells Northwestern now that it's heartwarming for her to, quote, pass excitement on to the next generation of students.
After the break, teeing up technology, how Northwestern Golf continues sharpening their skills in the winter with an indoor facility. We'll be right back.
As snow falls and temperatures drop below freezing in Evanston, the Northwestern men's golf team needs a way to keep their game sharp. NNN's Max Rothfetter takes you to the indoor facility, hoping to push the team to outdoor success.
On a snowy day at Northwestern, practicing golf outside is not a possibility.
Being in Chicago, it's obviously tough during the winter.
So the Cats needed another option to compete at the highest levels of collegiate golf.
Having a facility like this on hand to help our players develop all their skills in any part of the game is really critical for the success of a northern school.
And that place is the Gleacher Golf Center, a world-class indoor golf facility that is the first of its kind.
We were the first northern school to have an indoor facility open back in 1998, and this is obviously the new version of the Gleacher Center, and it's spectacular.
And this right here is their state-of-the-art short game area that allows them to practice putting, chipping, and bunker shots in an Evanston winter.
Creates a lot of flexibility in drills. We can vary lies, especially with the different turf grasses we have.
And for longer shots, the facility offers 3 indoor golf simulators that enable players to analyze every element of their swing.
Well, we use those graphs on the swing catalyst system. It shows you how you're pushing off the ground, how you're pushing laterally. And if you can maximize those, you'll be in good shape to improve your golf game.
But the most advanced piece of technology, a hydraulic putting green.
We can change the slope of it, uphill, downhill, left to right, change the degree of it.
The purpose of the Gleacher Golf Center? To help players prepare for outdoor tournament conditions.
We can do so much skill development here, and especially trying to simulate outside events or competitive environments the best we can. So I think it really helps us to make the transition to go outside a lot easier.
But Coach Ingalls says the players' dedication and enthusiasm is what makes them great.
The simulators are a great addition, all the technology that we have, but there's no substitute for just rolling up the sleeves and getting the hard work in. And
success on the artificial greens, hopefully leading to victory on the golf course.
And NNN's Max Rothfetter joins us now. So Max, what can we expect from the golf team in tournament play?
Yeah, so they ended the fall with a second-place finish in the Cal Poly Invitational. They were winning by a lot going into the final round, but shot 11 over par and ended up losing by 3, and that was a tough loss. So Coach Ingalls and the team went into winter hoping to improve, came out of that with a second-place finish in the Big Ten match play. Unfortunately, they fell in the finals to Michigan 3-2, but they feel like they're in a really good position to improve and to perform well in the rest of the season.
Thanks, Max. The Cats are currently competing in the Prestige in the Southern California desert and are in 7th place out of 24 teams at 2 over par. 3 of their 5 players are in the top 20 overall. The tournament concludes tomorrow. So I really don't know much about golf personally, but Braden, I hear you used to play.
Yeah, so I was actually on the varsity women's golf team in high school. Now, practices were only once a week for 45 minutes, but I got a lot of practice in that time, and I felt pretty confident by the time I graduated.
Once a week for 45 minutes doesn't sound like a lot to me.
No, it wasn't, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to try something new. You have to.
I know how to try something new. I played golf once over the summer. My dad's really into golf. For his birthday, we went and played. But playing golf outside in July is a little bit rough, I have to say.
I do not envy you at all.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for watching our last regular Northwestern News Report of Winter Quarter. Be sure to tune in on March 5th for our special morning show, NNN AM. I'm Gabrielle Coriati.
And I'm Braden Spate. Have a good night.